into my Instagram page. I actually accidentally logged myself out of Instagram today, but that's fine. I think I should be okay now because if you're seeing me, that means something is working. So we're going to start off with Build Your Brand Week, and we're really going to go into the recap for the last 6 days. I can't believe we did a whole week of Build Your Brand Week. It's my first time doing something like this and going on Instagram Live every day for a week. It was not as easy as I thought it would be, but I'm glad that I did it, and I'm so excited for all the feedback that I've gotten from individuals that have purchased a bundle, or they have joined the live, or they're signing up for the free masterclass tonight. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to jump right into the recap, starting with day one, where we had Paul Brunson. So Paul Brunson spoke about when extraordinary skill meets extraordinary opportunity. And I'm actually using my cue cards today because I need to ensure that I give you all the information so that you get a full recap for Build Your Brand Week. So here are some of Paul's key takeaways. He said, have a specific skill and be obsessed with getting better at it every day so you can be in the top 1% of your industry. He said, be willing to risk losing everything. Find what you can do that will benefit others. The most powerful way to lead is by being authentic. Embrace need. And that simply means shining the spotlight on yourself and the things that make you unique and different. Something he commented on was the fact that we're all trying to be the same. And when you look on someone's Instagram page versus someone else's, everything looks similar. What are you doing to be different so that you can stand out in your area? And then master willpower and discipline by getting focused. Okay, so you have to master your willpower and your discipline in order to be focused. So those were some of Paul's key takeaways, and that was day one of Build Your Brand Week. If you've registered for Build Your Brand Week, you would have gotten the notes. I'm also going to try and do one last email between tonight and tomorrow, which will have all of these highlights that I'm sharing with you right now on the live, so that you will get just one email with all the key points from everybody that participated. On day two, we had Chrissy Jackson, and she is the founder of Women CEO Project. She's also my business coach, and she spoke about how to monetize your brand online. Some of her key takeaways were use buy buttons. So if you have your own website and you are selling a service like coaching, or you're actually selling a physical product, people need to know and have access to being able to actually purchase these things. So you do that by having multiple buy buttons throughout your website so that people know how to actually get your product. She spoke about using the colors orange and red. Apparently, surveys say and results show that people have a better reaction or will buy more of your product when you use red or orange buttons as your buy buttons. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt to try it. I recommend trying that out. I use pink, but I think I may try out the red and orange as well. Have some kind of call to action. So you've done your live, or you've done a presentation, or you're selling some products on your website. Where do people need to go now? What is the call to action? Is it buy now? Is it book a session? What are you trying to get people to do? Is it get my free download? You need to think through what you're talking about, and then what is the action thing that you want people to do after you've gotten them onto your page or your Instagram profile, or whatever it is, whatever mechanism you're using online. What is the call to action? She says, stop socializing and start selling. The internet is an amazing space for you to connect, for people to know about you, to know your value, and then to also purchase whatever it is that you're selling that's going to solve their problem. So start using your Instagram, your Skype, your Snapchat, your LinkedIn, like all the different profiles, the platforms that you're using to actually start selling this product or this solution that you have for your ideal client. She also recommended doing polls. You need to find out what your audience wants, and then you give it to them. So she says, only ask questions that your product can solve. So don't just put random questions for the sake of asking questions. Actually ask a question that's going to be related to what people want, and you can actually offer that service. You have the solution. She said, open your mouth so people know what you have to offer. So you need to talk. People need to see you. People need to build a connection so they know what you have. And it's always important to test and measure. So try different platforms, see where your key audience really is, so that you can now use those platforms to serve them. So you test the different things that you're doing so you know what works for you. And then she also said, if you're going to be creating digital products, don't dilute the content and information just because it's digital. People are still spending their money with you. So you need to ensure that you're providing really good information. So she talked about digging deeper. And then a couple more things Christy said. She said some keys to positioning yourself online. She spoke about consistency, showing your level of knowledge, and doing it for free. Put the info out there. Build trust. People need to see who you are so they can have a connection with you. Post 5 to 8 IG stories every day. So guys, this is something she's also trying to encourage me to do. Very new for me, but I'm trying, but I understand it. And after doing this week, I really see the value in sharing that information and allowing people to connect with you in a real way, whether through direct messages, through the comments, through emails afterwards. But if people aren't seeing you and people aren't connecting with you, then they're not going to even know that you have this information to share or you are the solution to their problem. She said, use IGTV. I recently started doing that. And by easily jumping online, sharing some tips that I believe will help individuals. And it's great to see the feedback and the comments that come in after I share this kind of information. But what it's doing is actually helping me to be positioned as a thought leader in my area of expertise. And you can easily do the same. Just jump on, record it, post it, share it. And then create an action button. So on your Instagram page, you can actually create a book button, an email button. There are lots of action buttons that you can create depending on what the product or service is that you're offering. So you can look into that and see how you can start directing traffic to your website or to your page or to your free download or whatever it is, but use the action button so people can reach you easily. And the last thing she says is to use the link in bio or swipe up. Now, in order to swipe up for Instagram, you have to have at least 10,000 followers. But for those like me that don't have 10,000 followers, you can just click the link in your bio and direct them to the bio. That's either a website or a landing page with information. So that's the wrap up for Christy, and that was day 2. So now we're going to move on to Maria Laguerre. And just a comment, guys. So comments are disabled just for this live because I'm testing out this new platform that I'm using today. But if you have questions for me after, please feel free to reach out in a direct message or to email me, and I will definitely respond to you. Or if you have questions directed to any of the speakers, you can also send that to me, and I will share with them and see if they will be able to actually answer some of your questions directly. So I apologize for not allowing you to comment today, but I'm testing out this software, so I just want to see how it works first, and then everything will be back to normal after today. So day 3, Maria Laguerre, and she joined us across from the UK, and she was sharing with us how to land speaking gigs, clients, and PR. And some of her key takeaways were, 1, it's important for you to lay the foundation and build a solid base in your business. So before you can actually start selling or hoping to get a speaking engagement or hoping to prospect a client, you need to ensure that whatever it is that you are promoting or selling or you say you're the expert in, you actually are the expert in that area. What is your unique story? Or, for businesses, it's your unique selling proposition. But for an individual, it's pretty much the same thing. What is your key differentiator? What is that unique story that you offer? And then you need to build trust. Christy spoke about that. Paul spoke about that. You have to create trust with your audience. Get clear on what you want to be known for. What is that one thing that you want to be known as the expert or the thought leader, or you are the answer to the problem, you are the solution? What is that one thing, and get focused on it? You get what you pitch for. So it's all about how you are pitching, how you're qualifying your clients, how are you being proactive in that area. Start prospecting on LinkedIn. And you can do that by having conversations. We all have access to direct messages. So you can send someone a message that you believe needs your service or that you can be of service to. And start by offering to help them in some way. Instead of just making a pitch, see how you can be of service by understanding this person that you're trying to connect with, and then actually going into how you can help them. Position your expertise. So you can position your expertise online and offline. So that's through traditional media or through online media, through a website, through LinkedIn, through your social media platforms, through email marketing. How are you positioning yourself as a thought leader or expert? Your content needs to be aligned with who you are. So you cannot say that you are this person and then when someone does a Google search of you, they are seeing someone else. So you have to be aware of your brand, the services that you represent, and to ensure that it is really aligned with what you are actually trying to sell or share knowledge and expertise on. You need to have social proof. So Mariel gave a great example of a client that wanted to be pitched to the BBC, and when she did the pitch, yes, the person was great, they're an expert in their area, but they said they weren't global enough. And that simply means that when they did their own search, they weren't able to find enough information on this individual to substantiate why they should put them on their platform as an expert. So you need to start sharing your content and information and building up that social proof so that when people look for you, they are seeing the right information about who you are and how you can help them. And then she gave 3 closing tips. And the first one was focus on the right thing every day. The second thing was think like a business. And the third thing was mindset is everything. So that was a wrap up with Mariel Laguerre, and that was day 3 of Build Your Brand Week. Day 4, which I think was my most fun day, that was actually with my father, Neville Garrick. He was the former art director for Bob Marley, and he spoke about creating a powerful visual identity. He gave some really awesome tips, and for my dad's session, it was really like a history lesson as well, because he went in sharing with us, the fact that he knew who he wanted to be. He wanted to be an artist from he was 7 years old. And everything he did in his life was centered around being that artist, being a revolutionary artist. So even though what his role as an artist changed over time, it was always an artist. And so he shared, going through prep school to high school to UCLA, and then having his opportunity to actually work with Bob Marley and the Wailers. And so, the first thing he said was be clear on who you want to be. Don't give up when you have a vision. When you have a vision, you need to stick to it. You need to ensure that you're doing what it takes and you're doing the work to achieve this vision. He spoke about leading by example, not being afraid to get dirty and to do the grunt work. You have to show those that you're leading that you can do the same and you can help them to be better. So don't be afraid to lead by example. He spoke about creating your own opportunities. And what happened with him and Bob Marley and the Wailers is he had an opportunity to interact with them directly, and he positioned himself in a way, like as he said, he became almost like a hanger-on, because he found himself at the Bob Marley, what is now the Bob Marley Museum, but it was his home, Bob Marley's home, and he would just be there doing his work. And because he was in their space every day doing his work there, they could actually see his talent. He was able to get a real idea of what they are, more of their visual identity, and just who they were as individuals and the message they were trying to portray to the rest of the world. So he could capture that in his artwork and then showcase it for them. And that's how he got his first opportunity to do an album cover for Bob Marley. He was quietly just doing his own thing, and he thought this was a great idea. And Bob happened to be around when he was at the house and looked over his shoulder and said, that's the album cover. That was it. And that was the start of history, between the Garrett family and the Marley family. And he created his own opportunities. So there was no title like art director or creative director back then. He said the only people that had titles like that would be in the advertising agencies or with a record label. So he was doing something that no one else was doing at that time. And he brought that visual identity of Bob Marley and the Wailers and everything they stood for. The Rastafarian identity, Black history, that Black legacy and Black excellence to the rest of the world through his graphic designs, through the album covers, through the backdrops that he chose for him at the different concerts. And so it's about understanding your value and being in a position where you can showcase it to the rest of the world so that you're creating your own opportunities. And that's exactly what he did. I think that was his biggest takeaway. He spoke about the importance of showing your value. And as I said, he positioned himself and then he was constantly showing his value for free before he started getting paid for it. Because he was passionate about what he was doing and he believed in his capabilities and he knew he could bring value to what they were doing. That's exactly what he did. So you need to show your value. He said it's not about the award, it's about the reward. He also said you need to love what you do, be passionate about what you're doing and what you're creating. And, he said, aim to be a star and not a comment. A comment passes by in a fleeting moment, but a star stays there forever. And then he went into just some key branding tips that he has used over the years. He said, less is more. Keep the message contained. Use one word to drive the vision. And you can see that on the different album covers that he did, And then capture the moment, the entire moment. And find the solution and get it done. Those were the key takeaways from day 4 with Neville Garrick for Build Your Brand Week. Day 5, we had my friend Angeli Martin Spencer, and she is the founder and principal and interior decorator for Ash, and that's Angeli Spencer Home. And she shared with us some great tips about the importance of showing up. And we hear showing up and you just think immediately that, oh, does that mean I need to look fabulous all the time or amazing all the time? Maybe, if that's who you are. However, she gave some really great tips about, what showing up really entails. And the first thing was time. You have to be respectful of people's time. If you say you're going to be somewhere at a certain time, you need to be there. Don't be late, okay? So you need to be mindful and respectful of your time as well as the time of others. That is one way to show up. Number 2 was looking impressive. So you want to ensure that you are always well put together. And that doesn't necessarily mean, as I said, dressing up unless that's who you are. But it's simple things like just being clean, being presentable, dressing appropriately, knowing the dress code. Because it's all about really showcasing your best self at every opportunity. That is what it's about. You want to ensure that the impression you leave with someone is a good impression. And we're visual creatures, so we do judge and we do look on the appearance first. So ensure that you're making a good first impression. And then showing up for others. And this could be even just showing up for your family, showing up for your friends, showing up for your colleagues, showing up for your business, showing up for those that need your help. That's really important. And the last thing she said about that particular area of showing up is being knowledgeable. So once again, and this is a continuous topic and trend throughout all of the speakers, you cannot say that you are an expert in something and then when you have the opportunity, you cannot deliver. So you need to be getting better at your craft every single day. The biggest investment you can make is in yourself and in your brand. So ensure that you're using these opportunities to learn more and to be the expert and to be the best that you can be in whatever it is you're doing. Because once you give your best, that's all you really can do, You can give your best and you feel good about it because you know that you gave your all. Ensure that you're giving your all in everything that you're doing. And when you do these things, when you show up, it presents opportunities for you, right? Because other people now see you. They see what you represent. They see how you carry yourself. They see how you do your work. They see your knowledge and expertise. And they want to align themselves or their products or their companies or their brands with you. But you have to ensure that you're showing up so that you get these great opportunities. And then she gave a few other great tips. She said, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Have belief in yourself and your ability. Respect people enough to show up for them. And be the best representation of yourself every single day. Your presence should be felt whenever you walk in a room, and dress how you want to be addressed. I love that one. Dress how you want to be addressed by the people that you're engaging and interacting with you. And this is not just in person. This is also how you are representing yourself on your digital media platforms, because sometimes that's the first impression people have of you before they even get the opportunity to really meet you. So you want to ensure that wherever your image is or wherever your brand is, that you are ensuring that you are putting yourself together in a way that you want people to see you. So that was it for day 5, and that was with Angeline Martin Spencer, the importance of showing up. Day 6, and that was just yesterday, that was with my friend Lysandra Rickard, and she is the CEO of the Brunson Center of Entrepreneurship Caribbean. She's also the founder of Soul Career. And she shared with us, how do you create a pitchable brand and finding your own soul career. So the 3 tips that Lysandra gave us for creating a pitchable brand was 1, results, traction, and a track record. Number 2, be able to articulate your value in a consumable way. And number 3, be able to create a strong network of people around you that already have strong brands. So when you do that, when you're aligning yourself with other people that already have strong brands, it says a lot about who you are because they've already bought into your brand as well. So it makes it easier for someone to want to be associated with you. She spoke about how to create a track record. And some of the examples she said was, first, you have to build it. You need to put in the work. People need to see that you actually care about what you're doing and you took the time to build something that was excellent. So you take the time, do the hard work, and build what you want people to see. You need to invest in it, right? She spoke a lot about the fact that sometimes, startup companies feel entitled to getting other people's money. They feel like, I've created this amazing product, you should want to give me your money. And they don't put any investment in their brand, right? As in the individual. You need to first invest in your brand. You need to save some money to inject capital into your business first, so people can see that you're serious about what you're doing. Don't just go trying to get others to buy into your brand when you are not even buying into your own brand. So you need to ensure that you're also investing in this thing that you want other people to believe in and invest in as well, so that you can get the type of funding or financing that you need to take it to another level. Show them that I'm still doing this with or without your help. But with your help, I could do this much more. But you have to start. And then she spoke about showing the results. So ensuring that you are doing things that have results. So you can show a potential investor that, listen, this is my brand, this is how I started, I've used this amount of capital to create these things, and this has been the result since. So imagine what could happen with this additional injection of capital or investment or money. So you have to be able to show that you're already getting results without the support, but it can be even better with some additional support. And the last thing she said about creating a track record is mastering your storytelling. So ensuring that you are able to tell the story of your brand in a very consumable way. So not using big technological terms that people won't really understand, or going into too much detail that's like, whoa, that's just too much information. You have to be able to share the knowledge in a way that people want to hear more. We love stories. The world is about storytelling. So you need to find your own story and tell it well. And then she spoke about, someone asked a question on the live about, how important is your physical appearance? And, she spoke about the fact that she believes that the content is actually more important, but a polished appearance definitely supports the content that you're trying to sell. I mean, just think about it this way. You're going to pitch to somebody and you show up, looking dirty and unclean and unkept. You might have an excellent product, but then people might judge based on this and say, maybe you're not such a great representation for what we are trying to create, or, aligning even with their brand. So you need to just ensure that you're presenting yourself in the best possible way. That's what it's really about, but ensuring that you know your content inside and out. You need to have a good positive energy, display confidence and calm. And she said, not desperation, like, please help me, give me your money. No. You need to be confident in your abilities and how you're going to share that information. Be professional. So she said, don't pretend to know what you don't know. She found that a lot of startups will pretend that they really understand the financial side of the business, or they understand the finances, but they don't know. And then when they're asked the questions, they can't answer. So if you're not sure of something, it's okay to say that you don't know everything. We all don't know everything, right? So be honest and be authentic. And then she spoke about this new journey or this new platform that she's created called Soul Career. And it's soulcareer.co. And what she really does is she has created this platform and this space to help individuals to discover their own soul's purpose. So what is the career that's aligned with who you are? So it's really about getting clarity on who you are as an individual, the things that drive you, your passions. And she has a whole 6-week, really intensive course program around discovering your soul career so you can eventually start living the life that you deserve to be living. And she did a special offer at the end of our live, and I can still talk about that now because it was for 24 hours and we haven't reached that mark yet, I don't believe. Sandra can hopefully correct me. But she gave a special offer of 75% off the course. So now it's available for $500, and I think it's only for 24 hours. And there was a discount code of ORIG 500. I know a couple of the persons that watched the live yesterday have already signed up for it because Lysandra had closed off cohort 1 already because it just started, but she opened it back for the followers of Build Your Brand Week. So if you're interested, you can actually send Lysandra a DM at Soul Career on Instagram, or Lysandra Rickles. You can look for her on Instagram and you can send her a message to get more information, or you can just visit the website. It's soulcareer.co. So that was a wrap up with Lysandra, and that really closes out our Build Your Brand Week. It was 6 days. Well, I mean, today is day 7, but we had 6 amazing interviews with different individuals from different backgrounds, different types of expertise, really sharing with you their knowledge on how you can build a better brand. And some of the things that they shared, you can start doing right now. And what I had created to support Build Your Brand Week, because I had an idea of the content we'd be sharing based on the topics that I had chosen and created, I've created a Build Your Brand Week bundle. And with that sales bundle, you get 7 really great brand building products. You get a video, you get a course, you get downloadable books, and downloadable content that you can start using to build your brand today. How to get discovered on LinkedIn. That's, a 22-page book, and it's all about doing things, taking action on your LinkedIn page that will lead to you attracting the right clients, you attracting the right job, or the right person that needs your services. And then, of course, there's the Falling in Love with Your Brand ebook, which I had created. There's the 7 steps of the 7 R's of personal branding. And I'm trying to remember what the 4th book was. Oh, and I did a personal branding master checklist. So all of these things are supporting tools that will complement everything that you've heard in the live so that you can actually start taking immediate action on your brand. Today's the last day. The sale ends after our webinar tonight. And I had discounted the price by 50%. So now you can get all of that information for just $25. There's a code BRANDME, BRANDME, that you use at checkout, and it applies the automatic 50% discount. So if you're interested in that, you can click the link in the bio for www.buildyourbrandweek.com so that you can get your bundle before it ends tonight. Because once today ends, it won't be available. Each individual product will be sold separately at its original individual price. So it's a great opportunity to start building your brand today and to start applying some of the things that you've learned throughout the entire week. So in addition to the bundle sale, today's the last day. This is the last live, and I'm going to be doing a masterclass webinar tonight to close out Build Your Brand Week, and it's a free webinar. You have to click the link in the bio so that I can get your email address so that I can send you the link for the webinar jam bio. So it is a separate link that you're going to be getting other than what you see when you click on the link in the website. So ensure that if you're not registered yet for Build Your Brand Week, you need to register today because registration is going to close at 4 o'clock today so that I can ensure that I have everyone's email addresses for the lives. I've already sent out the live link several times this week. I will send it again with these notes today for everyone that has registered. If you want to get the live link as well, you can send me a DM with your email address and I can send it to you there as well if you want to do that. And in this masterclass tonight, I'm actually going to be sharing with everyone how I was able to make $10,000 US in less than 4 weeks by really positioning myself as an expert. And I'm going to go through the steps that I took to do that. It's steps that anyone can replicate and actually start doing that in your field of expertise. And I'm really excited to share it because I'm still using that strategy today and it's working with me for other great opportunities that are still happening right now. And I want to be able to share with you so that you can start doing the same. It's not an easy 1, 2, 3. It takes some work on your end, but it is definitely doable. And it's a great way to start positioning yourself as a thought leader and showcasing your expertise. So I think that's really it. That is the wrap up for Build Your Brand Week. Thank you so much to everyone that has joined in live, that has watched the replays, that has bought their own bundle, or that they have registered for the webinar or registered for Build Your Brand Week. It has been such an honor to be able to share this information with you. I'm definitely going to be doing this again. I think I'm going to try to do a Build Your Brand Week at the start of each quarter. We have 2 more to go, so you can look forward to that with another week full of amazing speakers, amazing learnings, and of course, I'll be creating some new products by that time that I will bundle together for you so that you can start building a better brand today. So thank you so much. Don't forget, if you haven't registered, click the link in my bio so that you can be registered for the webinar that's tonight at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thank you so much, guys, and good luck with building your brands. If you have questions for me, as I said, the comments aren't on today, but you can always send me an email or send me a direct message, and I'll be more than happy to assist. So thanks, everyone. It was great. It was a great week. I'm really excited and looking forward to sharing some more information with you throughout the next week. Thank you.